I'd like to welcome everybody to the BSE situation update for today. Today we'll have Dr. Ron DeHaven, the Chief Veterinary Officer for USDA, making a statement. We also have with us from the Food and Drug Administration, Dr. Stephen Sundlaw, to answer questions as needed. And we also have with us Dr. Daniel Inglejohn with the Food Safety and Inspection Service. Again, because of the number of people on the call, particularly the audio bridge, we ask that you keep your questions just to one. And with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. DeHaven. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ed, and Happy New Year to all of you, and thanks again for joining us. While we did take the day off yesterday from media briefings, our epidemiological work, of course, did continue. I'm going to provide you the latest information on that, as well as some more information about how we are modifying our surveillance program. First, as to the epidemiological investigation, we have now confirmed that 81 of the 82 animals listed on the Canadian Health Certificate, and that would include the positive animal, entered the United States through the Oroville, Washington port on September 4th, 2001. One of those 82 has now been confirmed on the ground at a Mattawa dairy facility operation, which is now under state hold order. An inventory of that facility to look for possible additional Canadian animals is continuing, though we don't necessarily expect to find any. And in fact, that has been delayed because of bad weather conditions in Mattawa today. Just to recap where we are in tracing those 82 animals, we now have 11 of them definitively accounted for. One is the index positive cow. 9 are those known to be in the index herd. 1 is the animal that I mentioned on the Mattawa dairy operation. And we believe that 1 may still be in Canada. The whereabouts of the remaining 70 animals is still yet to be confirmed, but again, we have good leads on those, and we will keep you posted on that information as we gather it. I want to reiterate that our interest in finding these cows is not because BSE can spread from cow to cow, but because it's possible that they may have shared a common feed source when they were young, and therefore potentially would have had a common exposure. I think it's important to note, however, that even at the height of the outbreak of the disease in the United Kingdom, it was uncommon to have more than just 1 or 2 animals in a herd found to be positive. Also, to clarify, we currently have 3 facilities under state hold orders as our epidemiological investigation continues. The first is the index herd, that herd from which the positive cow departed immediately before slaughter. The second being a nearby facility that has the index cow, recently born bull calf, and the third being that dairy operation in Mattawa. We expect to have our DNA results from the index cow by sometime next week, and certainly we will share that information with you after we receive it and have an opportunity to analyze it. Of course, the Canadian laboratory is also running the DNA tests in their laboratory, and we are continuing to work very closely as we do our epidemiological work. Indeed, 2 Canadian epidemiologists are on the ground with us in the United States, and likewise, USDA epidemiologists are in Canada. This work would not be going nearly as well as it has been if we didn't have that close cooperation and partnership. So again, our many thanks to our Canadian colleagues. With regard to our surveillance program, given the Secretary's announcement to prohibit non-ambulatory or downer animals from going into slaughter establishments, a number of you have asked what the means will be in terms of capturing that population in terms of our surveillance program. As we have discussed previously, we have tested 20,000 animals a year for the past 2 years, and approximately 3/4 of those animals were non-ambulatory animals at slaughter. Because this particular population of animals will no longer be coming to slaughter plants and no longer be going into the human food chain, we are working with industry representatives to reposition our efforts to collect those samples on the farm, at rendering facilities, and the so-called 3D, down, dead, diseased animals, and those plants where those meat products are harvested for animal food and other non-edible purposes.